Okay, good morning, student. So, in this particular video, we're going to discuss about anemia. Since anemia is a very well-known, word which we usually used to hear, especially in the medical field, and I would like to say that we're going to cover this topic anemia into two videos. So, in these particular videos, we're going to understand about what are the definitions of anemia, what are the clinical features of anemia, what is the pathophysiology of anemia, or in the next video we're going to discuss about the lab diagnosis and the classifications of anemia. Since it's a very broad topic, so we're going to complete it in the two videos. So if we talk about definitions of anemia, anemia is nothing but it's a condition in which the concentration of hemoglobin will go below the normal reference range with respect to the age and sex of an individual. So as we all know that there are different type of hemoglobin normal value as per the age of an individual. That is, adult has a normal value which is different as compared to the children and infant. Similarly, we have a different normal value for both male and female. So with respect of everything, if we found that the concentration of hemoglobin is below the normal reference range, then that condition is called as anemia. So as you can see here, so if the in case of adult, आप अगर देखो कि normal concentration of hemoglobin in men 13 ग्राम पर डीएल से कम है, या फिर फीमेल में 11.5 ग्राम पर डीएल से कम है, and if it is a newborn infant and if it is below 15 gram per dl, with respect to everything, if you found that the concentration of hemoglobin is below the normal reference range, then that condition is called as anemia. So yes, the hemoglobin concentration is very much important, but there are other tests or other values are also there which plays an important role in assessment of anemia, that are Paxil volume, which is also called as hematocrit, and there are RBC count, wherein you can count the total number of RBC, and we have MCV, MCH, and MCHC. These are very important tests which is required to get more information regarding anemia. So if we talk about pathophysiology, pathophysiology is nothing but as you all know what is pathology, right? So pathology is nothing but it's just kind of a suffering, and physiology is functioning the body. So as we know, in these particular cases like anemia, how the body functions, like in case of disease state, how the body will function, which is called as pathophysiology. So अगर कोई भी if you talk about pathophysiology of anemia, you all know that there is a decreased amount of hemoglobin, and there is decreased amount of PCV, and then there is decreased amount of RBC count. So if there is all this decrease, like you have RBC, less RBC count, less hemoglobin values, less PCV values. See, you all know there is a concentration which is very less, and that leading to diminished oxygen carrying capacity. Since you all know that RBC is only one kind of cell which is there in your body, which contains an important uh, uh, protein which can bind with oxygen and help in transportation of oxygen and carbon dioxide. That is called as hemoglobin. Yes, so they automatically, अगर आपके बॉडी में आरबीसी का काउंट कम है, हीमोग्लोबिन कॉन्सेंट्रेशन भी कम है, तो देर इज ऑक्सीजन कैरिंग कैपेसिटी जो है वो डिमिनिश हो जाएगा. So in that case, the body will suffer from hypoxia. So hypoxia is nothing but it's a condition in which the concentration of oxygen is very less in our body. So अगर आपके बॉडी में लेस आरबीसी काउंट है, लेस आरबीसी काउंट होने से क्या होगा, ऑक्सीजन कैरिंग कैपेसिटी डिमिनिश हो जाएगा. अगर डिमिनिश होता है तो आपका बॉडी हाइपोक्सिक स्टेट पे जाएगा, विच इज लेस ऑक्सीजन इन आवर बॉडी. तो अगर हाइपोक्सिया हो जाएगा तो इट विल इंड्यूस्ड an effect on different organs which are interrelated with our body, and then that is how the signs and symptoms will develop. So that is all about pathophysiology. So in that case, what happened, what our body will try to do, they will increase the release of oxygen from hemoglobin. Say for example, like if oxygen, let's say how much ever oxygen has been carried out by the hemoglobin, they will release everything. They will increase the blood flow in the tissue to maintain the blood volume, and they will try to redistribute the blood flow in such a way that they will maintain the cerebral blood supply. So that is all about pathophysiology. Next are, what are the causes? That there are different types of causes which are responsible for anemia, but we will just brush up in here because in the next video or in the subsequent videos we're going to concentrate on individual anemia, and individual anemia के हिसाब से अलग अलग causes है, तो इसमें एज अ होल क्या causes हो सकता है इसके बारे में हम लोग concentrate करेंगे. So in causes there is different type of conditions. It can be increased requirement, there is an increased loss, or there is decreased intake or decreased absorption. So say for example in increased requirement में मतलब आपका बॉडी एक ऐसा फिजियोलॉजिकल स्टेट में जा रहा है जहाँ में आपको माने the vitamins or the hormones or the minerals which are required for the formation of RBC, you require more on that moment of time. Say for example, if it is the case of menstruating females, in pregnancy, this requirement is more, and lactating mother. If it is some growing infants and children, or erythropoietin treatment. Erythropoietin is nothing but erythropoietin is a hormone which are responsible for the regulation of RBC formation in the bone marrow. So if somebody is having a treatment of erythropoietin, there is an increased requirement of that particular hormone. So there is decreased loss if there is amenorrhea, menorrhea, persistent hematuria. We're going to discuss this afterwards in a very brief manner. Somebody is suffering from parasitic infection, or if somebody is a regular blood donor, but this is not the case. But then there is a protocol for giving blood donation, and we keep a proper amount of diet, a proper amount of a gap between first donation and second donation. So hardly we can see such kind of cases. But then yeah, then if there is a decrease in take with the socioeconomic factors wherein area there is a less access to all those nutritious food, somebody is vegetarian, and there is decreased absorption. Decreased absorption is nothing but, suppose say for example, if you're taking all the minerals or vitamins which are responsible, which are helpful for formation of RBC, but then once you take it, your body could not be able to digest it or absorb it. So in that case also you can suffer from anemia, wherein upper GI tract में Crohn's disease हो गया, gastrectomy हो गया, if you're taking some medications. So these are the causes of anemia. So next are clinical features of anemia. Clinical features, बोलने से it comes under signs and symptoms only. But then, yeah, if you talk about signs and symptoms of anemia, there are four factors in which the signs and symptoms of anemia or the clinical features of anemia depends. Okay, so the first, factors is the speed of onset of anemia. कितना speed से आपका anemia developed हो रहा है. Rapidly progressive anemia causes more symptoms than the anemia which is low onset, as there is time of physiological adaptation. So say for example, like if the speed of onset of anemia is rapidly progressive, means somebody is losing a huge amount of blood within a one go or within a few less than moment of time. So they developed more prone signs and symptoms as compared to the person who is losing a blood in a very minute amount for longer duration of time. Okay, so because they get a time to adapt themselves into that particular environment. So that is how the signs and symptoms of anemia depends upon the speed of onset of anemia. The next is the severity of anemia. आपका anemia कितना severe है? Say for example, like WHO के आधार पर हम लोग एनीमिया को तीन भाग में डिवाइड करते हैं. एक तो माइल्ड एनीमिया, दूसरा मॉडरेट एनीमिया और तीसरा सीवियर एनीमिया. किसके ऊपर माने it depends upon how much amount of hemoglobin is there. Say for example, आपका अगर hemoglobin 6 gram per dl से कम है, if your hemoglobin concentration is below 6 gram per dl, then you comes under category of anemia, but that will be severe form of anemia. So in case of mild, moderate, severe, the severe form of anemias can develop more prominent signs and symptoms as compared to mild anemia. Third factor in which the signs and symptoms developed are the age of the patient. The age of the patient is nothing but what age the patient belongs to. If it is younger patient or older patient, if it is younger patient, they have good cardiovascular system in his body, very active one. So they can compensate with the condition. Whereas in elderly patient, since because they are the body it is going towards an aging system, aging process. So in that case, they will develop more severe signs and symptoms as compared to the younger one. जैसे कि they may suffer from cardiovascular disease or some other things. Okay, so both factors in which the sign and symptoms of anemia depends is HB dissociation curve. HB dissociation curve is depends upon the affinity of hemoglobin to carry oxygen. So as we all know that in case of anemia, the affinity of hemoglobin to carry oxygen will be depressed. So that will lead to increased amount of 2 through 3 bisphosphoglycerate. These we'll discuss this when we talk about hemoglobin in the next video. So as a result, what happens? The hemoglobin is dissociate more rapidly to release free oxygen to cellular use, and using that will lead to shift of oxyhemoglobin dissociation curve into right side. So now we concentrate towards what are the symptoms. सिम्टम्स में आज देखें तो सिम्टम्स यूजुअल है, आपको टायर्डनेस होगा, फैटिकनेस होगा, वीकनेस होगा, लेथर्जी, headache, and all those things are there. But in case of severe cases like wherein आपका hemoglobin concentration अगर mild severe form में है, तो आप cardiac failure, visual disturbances, confusion, इस तरह का symptoms देखने को मिल सकता है. And if we talk about signs, yes, the most important sign is pallor. The person looks very pale, especially in the skin and the sclera of the eye. And if we talk about, see, we're going to discuss the signs of anemia related with specific system. Okay, so आप अगर देखिए cardiovascular system में cardiomyopathy, cardiomegaly, collapsing pulse, tachycardia. These are the signs and symptoms, and sometimes congestive heart failure also you can patient can develop. And if it is central nervous system, you will see drowsiness, numbness, tingleness, tingling sensation in the heart. All those things आपको देखने मिल सकता है. And if you talk about ocular manifestation, so the different types of vascular disease or bleeding diathesis can occur in a retinal area. And if you talk about reproductive system, menstrual disturbances will be there. This is menorrhea or amenorrhea. These are the things we can usually see. And if you talk about renal system, में आपका mild protein urea माने there is an the presence of protein in the urine, and the concentrating capacity of the kidney will be a little bit diminished. So if you talk about gastrointestinal system, there will be anorexia, flatulence, nausea, constipation, and weight loss, which may occur. So these are the signs and symptoms of anemia. Thank you. So in next video, we're going to discuss about different classifications of anemia and lab diagnosis of anemia. See, I understand that, I'm going to very brief on this topic because at the end of the day, we're going to concentrate on different forms of anemia individually. So we're going to talk about, more deeper in pathogenesis and causes and lab diagnosis of anemia. Thank you for watching. If you have any kind of questions, you do ask in the